Hi and welcome to WEH Videos. My name is Skip and this is going to be a very short video on views, what you see looking out your windshield. So here I have my standard forward view. Now obviously I can use my hat switch and move around, I can move up and down and all those things, and I could have keystrokes, but every time I hit this one button I always return to this view. So when I'm flying, this is fine a lot of the times, but sometimes I just want to see the RPM, or maybe I want to see the radio a little bit better, or some other controller that I can't see. Maybe I just want to see the mixture, but I can't see it in this view. I have to scroll down, and I really don't want to do that. So what I want to do is show you a little adjustment that you can make where you can do this. Now, a lot of you may already know this, but it took me umpteen years of flying X-plane before I recently discovered this one little trick. So I'm assuming that you all know where your controls are and how you make adjustments. So we're going to go up here to the upper right corner and click on the settings window. And we're going to go to graphics. And here you're going to scroll down to the bottom here and we see monitor visual settings, and we're going to see the lateral field of view. Now don't worry about this vertical view, that's tied in with the lateral view. They will change together. If you don't like that, you can click this little box here and they will be separate, but that's really looking at some weird stuff. So as you can see, my normal lateral field of view now is 80 degrees. And yours may be different depending on how X-plane loaded and your monitor and everything. But for now, this is it. I have 80 degrees. Now, I can play with this if I want. I can change this. So I can move back and get a whole different field of view here. So now I can see everything. And when I move around, that's the view I am going to go back to every time until I make that change. So let's go back, and let's go back to my 80. And we're just going to get rid of that, and we're going to go back to the 80 degrees. And again, this is my normal view that I always have. So again, like I mentioned, I want to see instruments down here. I want to see something different. Here's what I discovered. You can click on this, and if you scroll down a bit, I'm using my mouse wheel, but you grab the bar over here, and you'll see these three other wraparound offsets: lateral rotation, vertical rotation, and roll rotation. So as you can see right now, I have this at -3 degrees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back to 0, which is the default on your X-plane, I do believe. And let's take a look, see what that looks like. All right, so here's the default setting. But obviously, I don't like this at all. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to change this to 10 degrees, just so you can see the change here. 10 degrees. And then I'm going to go back and do it again because I wanted -10. So now I'm done. And so now I have this view. Every time I hit my button, I go back, I have that view, and I will always see the instruments I want to see. And obviously you can play around with that number and get the perfect look for you. So you can get your lateral view back a little farther, or maybe you want it a little closer. Maybe you have another monitor with all your instruments on it and you just want to see your main instruments. That's fine. Whatever you set that up, it'll work just great. So let's go back to my 80 degrees. And now we have my regular setting. And I'm going to keep it at the 10. Now I'm probably going to play with that and get it to where it's more like this, where I just barely make out the RPM. But this is a view I like. So that's how you can tilt down. So basically what you're doing here is you're sitting in your airplane normally and like so, and this is like tilting your head down 10 degrees to get this view. You'll notice that the outside view doesn't change. The relation is pretty cool. That's really all I want to show you. You can play around with the other numbers to see what they do, but this is the main thing to get this view going up and down so I can get all my instruments. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please click the like button. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them. I answer all comments and all questions. So thank you again for watching, and God bless.